All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the second part of our Zoom. So tonight we're going to have our very own Art Smith. So Art is a family man. He's located in LA, California. He is in the real estate industry. He is very knowledgeable with credit, finance, travel hacking, and many things. So Art recently just started with Amazon, and he just crossed over $20,000 in sales as a complete beginner. So I'm super happy for Art to be here tonight so he can share his secrets with us. Right, Art?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, with that being said, bro, do you mind just introducing yourself, how you got started with Amazon and, just about your personal life?
Oh, personally,
Not that personal, but
first of all, was thank you, Lewis. 20K, 1K would have been possible without you. I personally didn't know about Amazon until I actually listened to um, your interview that you did with Rad, and like it still didn't even make any sense to me. But after reaching out to you and you answering my questions, you put me at ease, and I am completely doing something different than when I initially started. So, kudos to you, Lewis. Thank you, everyone in the group as well too. You guys are super helpful. So, anything that I could share, please just ask because I don't care.
yeah, thanks, bro. Thanks
We
for
all
being here,
win.
man. Thanks for taking action too, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
of
not
course.
gonna happen if you don't take action, right? So,
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. But I guess I'll share a little bit more personally. Um, I've been working in real estate and mortgage for the past, I would say, about 5 years. Um, Started as an investor and then rolled into the agent kind of job title. And then I went into mortgage, and mortgage is where I currently sit now. So I work part-time for a mortgage company. I do loan processing and loan origination with them as far as mortgages. So that's just kind of been my wheelhouse for the past couple of years. But I took a part-time position when my son was born last year, so I've been doing part-time there. And I've just been a family man, sitting at home, kind of twiddling my fingers and trying to figure out what could I do aside from take care of my son and hang out with the family. So now I've
a lot of
been,
work though, bro. Take care of your son.
oh yeah, for sure, for
I have a
sure,
toddler too, so
yeah. How old's your toddler?
two.
Two? Okay. Ooh, yeah, we're literally right there.
It's like 24/7, right? We're like chasing,
Yeah,
chasing our
but you have
kids,
a
bro.
baby. You have a baby girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I heard girls are a little easier. My son's he's a straight boy. He's a Tasmanian devil. He's all over the place. It's but it's super fun. But yeah, I've been doing Amazon part time, and it's actually been taking up I guess maybe a lot of my free time. I haven't touched this many boxes and tape and bought so much stuff online. I've never bought this much stuff before, but which is interesting. But I guess maybe the origin of me starting Amazon, I think it's kind of important to know is I just want to travel hack. I just wanted to earn points, like just straight up. I was like, okay, if I could spend money on inventory and get it back via Amazon, then I could just rack up a whole bunch of points and I could just go travel for free. I was like, that sounds like something that I'm interested in, and so that's why I originally started off as with Amazon by thinking that I could just flip products on Amazon and then get the points, start accumulating the points. And that's exactly what I did is I just been just spend and getting all these points, and then we're just going on vacation using the points. And so I'll talk a little bit about that. And if anyone has any specific questions, I'll literally just share exactly my playbook on what I do and how I analyze product, how I analyze credit cards, how I analyze just finances in order to reach my goal, which is travel more with credit cards and credit card points. But yeah, that's just me personally and just who I am and what I'm about right now.
Nice, bro. So, how long ago did you start Amazon?
So I started with you in September, and it was at the end of September. I think we started like 21st or something. And
September? Oh, wow.
yeah, made my first sale October 23rd of this year. And then it's just been going up since. So I'm starting to getting the hang of it. I do FBA. Started off 100% FBA. And then after that call with Brandy, she convinced me to do FBM, which I was happy for as well too, because after getting into Amazon and watching podcasts and learning from other people who are just doing the same thing that we're doing, I learned that Q4 is just an absolute shit show for FBA, sending in products and having them checking it in and putting it on the shelves, etc. So thankfully, I've been able to do FBM and being able to kind of bypass. Like I still have inventory I purchased back in November sometime that's just checking in now via Amazon, and that's just no fault to then. That's not I'm not throwing shade towards Amazon or even the prep center. It's just a lot of demand, right? There's a lot of stuff going into the warehouses. Everyone wants to get on that Christmas hype of selling and making maximum profit. So I see why it's taking forever for FBA to kind of check in. So I've been doing heavy FBM all of November and even here in December as well too. And it's just been helping the numbers go up while the pent up inventory is kind of getting shuffled through the Amazon warehouses and checking in system. So yeah,
And
did
for
I
the new
answer?
people, like what's FBA and FBM, bro?
Sorry.
There's a lot of newbies out here, so
Okay. The way I see FBA is just simply Amazon's taking care of the business for me, taking care of the shipping for me. When we say FBM, it stands for fulfilled by merchant. So I just simply saying is I'm packing it. So I get the inventory. The shampoo comes to my house. The toys come to my house. I put it in a box. I tape it up. I print a label and I ship it out to the buyer. So FBA, Amazon handles that part, and FBM, I handle all of the shipping out of merchandise.
and do you mind sharing the pros and cons to each?
Yeah, for sure. Pros and cons. Let's go FBA first. So we already talked about the cons. The cons is going to be pumped up inventory, especially during Q4, as I'm currently experiencing now. So it's taking forever to turn a profit because the inventory is stuck. It's being bottlenecked by other sellers trying to get their stuff into the Amazon warehouse. So that's definitely a con of FBA. If you want to put a con towards another con towards FBA, it's just going to be time overall. So even if it wasn't Q4, if it was Q1 or Q2, I'm assuming it's going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 to 6 weeks just to get your product sold. Like actually me purchasing the product and then actually it getting sold, and not necessarily hitting my bank account, but hitting my Amazon bank account, my balance. So that takes FBA takes about, I would say, 3 to 6 weeks. That's what I'm noticing because I still even have inventory that I bought in October that's still at FBA, and that's not just because it's been on the shelves, but also say prep center, etc. So that's another con of FBA. Some of the pros is just like hands off. If I were to just do 100% FBA, then I would just be on a computer a few hours a day buying products, sending it to the prep center. They handle the prep. They handle the shipping to Amazon. Amazon handles the shipping to the buyer. So that's a huge pro, and I could see how people are scaling very, very fast using FBA model as long as they're patient. Patience is going to be the game for sure when it comes to the FBA versus FBM battle. Pros and cons of FBM. Let's go with the cons first. Cons is I'm actually putting stuff, like I have to open the box, take the stuff out of the box that comes from the merchant. I got to put it in another box. I got to buy boxes. I got to buy stuffing. I recycle a lot of boxes. Shout out to Brandy. Shout out a lot of, or recycle a lot of boxes, recycle a lot of wrapping stuff. And I ship it to the buyer. So that takes up a lot of my time. I don't mind it. I'm a workhorse. I'm a busybody. If I'm not doing something, then I feel like I'm wasting life. So I'm not really doing anything other with that time. So putting stuff in boxes and shipping it out to the customer, it's a-okay with me. As of right now, but I could see if I had 50 units coming every single day, or if I had 50 orders to fulfill every single day, I'd probably lose my hair. Obviously I don't have any hair, but like you get a little stressed, right? Because you have to fulfill all of that, and depending on when, like what your shipping settings are, I was thinking of changing mine to 0-day handling so that I could get them out faster and then also win the buy box more. So if if your handling time is 0 days, then that becomes very stressful if you're having to ship out 20, 30, 40, 50 plus items every single day. So that's definitely a con of FBM, but one of the pros is just going to be quicker money. So uh, I could order something from Target, it could get here in the next day or 2 days, or I could go pick it up same day, and then I could list it on Amazon and I can have it sold by the end of the day if I price it right and if it's a moving item. So it's a huge pro for selling it myself. As opposed to sending it to a prep center and then sending it to Amazon and then Amazon having to fulfill on the buyer's purchase. So those are some of the pros and cons that I'm just currently experiencing right now. But I'm only into this business month 3, going on month 3. So there's still a lot I need to learn
Nice, bro. It would just say it just depends on the person's lifestyle, right?
for
Just say
sure,
which ones to do.
for sure.
Yeah.
If I had a desk job, if I was I think Will talked about how he works long shifts. So if I had a
William?
shift
Mhm.
like that, yeah, William, if I had a shift like that, then FBM wouldn't have be able to be possible. Like, how am I supposed to get any inventory, out to the post office or UPS if I'm working odd hours and it's being a bottleneck in the FBM side of the business.
Right. And then Mitchell asked a question: do you get more FBM sales or FBA?
Right now, I'm getting a lot more FBM because I have a lot more FBM inventory. I have some stuff at Amazon, but since stuff is still getting checked in, it's not ready for sale pretty much. So I'm getting a lot more FBM, and I'm also pricing aggressively as well too with the FBM inventory, just because the profit margins are a little bit bigger. What I'm noticing, and I think it's because because I get the same leads as you guys get. I'm just able to get them on shelf faster if I'm doing FBM as opposed to FBA. So if we get the same leads list and we buy it on the same day and ship it to the same prep center, theoretically we're going to have, like, our inventory is going to be ready at the same time if we do FBA. But if I do FBM, I could get it out 2 weeks before it could even get to Amazon.
Quicker, right? Quicker, like turnaround time. So yeah, especially in Q4.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem in Q4. That's why I tell people if you guys are gonna sell in Q4, you gotta like load up in August, right? Something like October,
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
takes time to like build up your inventory. So, and Ronald has a question. So the only difference comes down to who ships to buyer, right? But
Exactly.
Amazon is still handling everything else on the back end, like returns, complaints, refunds.
Um, I've been getting I've been getting some refunds from FBM. Um, I think I'm handling the customer service. So I had a return and I had to actually refund them. I had to click a button that says refund to buyer. So I think I'm handling the customer service when it comes to returns, but I've also had other returns where Amazon has handled it. So I don't really know what the logistics are for who handles the return, like actually releasing of the funds. But it's very minimal. I think I've sold over 400 units and probably half of them are FBM. So I've had maybe a couple of returns that I had to manage myself. The rest of them have been managed by Amazon. But it's very minimal.
So, and then Ronald's asking, do you have any VAs?
I started off with a VA. Worked with one of Lewis's VAs. His VA was awesome. I got a lot of leads out of it, but then I had to stop just because it wasn't penciling out for me. I started sourcing a little bit more myself and starting to understand how to find profitable products, just because I noticed that was the actual skill set that kind of set people apart from I guess maybe larger margins, right? 20% ROI overall in their business versus people who are doing, say, 10%. So I started brushing up on the skill. So I no longer work with a VA, but I do subscribe to multiple leads lists so that I could just have a overwhelming influx of leads and just never be dry on leads. Because that's what the bottleneck was for me when I first started. Was I didn't have a lot of leads, and I also didn't even know what a good lead looked like. So now I just have an just oversupply of leads where I can log on any single day, do product research for 2 hours plus, and not run out of leads.
Nice. And then Brandon's asking, I want to know what cards you're using to do travel hacking.
Yeah, yeah. Can I share my screen?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Should be good.
I just wrote this stuff down just so I don't get lost in the sauce. And also I'm a visual person. I need to see something in order for it to actually be real. um,
Yeah. Makes
yeah.
sense.
So I wrote some notes down. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. And you guys see where it says funding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so funding is crucial within any business, right? It's not just with Amazon business, but with any business. So I take financing very, very, I make it a priority before starting any business. I started multiple businesses before, and finances were huge, and obviously sales could be tied into finance, right? But again, if you have the funding, then like you could open up the floodgates with Amazon, and that's exactly what I've noticed and what I've experienced. So Brandon, to answer your question, so these are the cards that I'm either currently using or I'm going to target in the near future for travel hacking. I think you already have one of the Chase cards. Sorry, one of the Chase Ink cards, which is I think you have the cash. But I started off here, which is the chain. Actually, sorry, I started off with this card right here. And the reason why I started off this card is because I wanted to target Hyatt. And if you guys have never stayed at a Hyatt before, um, really check out Hyatt, see what they have to offer, just because their hotels are amazing, absolutely amazing. I would never personally pay $500, $1,000, $2,000 for a hotel. It just that's not how I grew up, right? Maybe if I'm rolling around in cash, then I would probably spend that much money on a hotel. But now that I understand points, I would never spend $1,000 on a hotel. It'd just be absolutely ridiculous. It's just $1,000 for me to sleep. Like it just doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to be in the hotel. I'm going to be out playing with my kids. Like it just doesn't make any sense. But with Chase, I could stay at all of these nice high-end hotels and live a luxurious life. Feel like I'm balling. Treat my wife to a much needed vacation. Show my kids the finer things in life, and I'm straight up. I'm not breaking the piggy bank. Like like some of these hotels, I'm not even paying any. Like I stayed really quick. I just want to share this with you. I stayed this past weekend. So I'm in LA and I just wanted to do a quick getaway with my daughter, my son, as well as my wife. And I stayed here. It shows 270. It's not true. Like if I just pick any one of these days, let's go here, right? I pick this day right here. Easy. I'm spending probably like $500 a night. Come on. My internet decides to be slow when I'm on Zoom. But let's just check out these photos real quick. So we this is an adult pool. So my son was running around this grass and just like being a kid and just doing like kid stuff, right? And it just like it warmed my heart that I could take him here and then he could experience this. Um, we were in the pool. They have water slides. They have really nice rooms, but it just kind of let me bring it home, right? So $653 a night for a one king, one bedroom. Two beds were 720. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like what? I'm never gonna pay $720 for this. But with points, load. With points, I'll just tell you guys. With points, I was able to spend 25,000 points. 25,000 points. This is a weekend, so it's probably not showing these dates. But anyways, I paid 25,000 points, no cash out of pocket. And I was able to stay at this hotel for absolutely free. And it was four of us. It wasn't just me. It wasn't just myself and my wife. It was four of us. And the cool thing is that I got status by doing some hacks that Credit Gems talked about in his presentation. I just straight up just copied exactly what he said, and I hit the hacks. And so I was able to get Globalist. And with Globalist, this thing is ridiculous. So with Globalist, you have free water, free upgrades to a suite if it's available, elite check-in. Here's what I love about Globalist. So I get free upgrades if it's available. I get late checkout till 4 p.m. So we stood at this hotel and we were in the pool till 2 o'clock. I exited out, but we're in the pool till like 2 o'clock. Went up back to the room. My son knocked out for 2 hours, woke him up at 4 o'clock and we bounced. Like, wait, like hotels typically you have to check out at 10 a.m. at 11 a.m. and it's just not really nothing, especially if you have a long night and you wake up, right? You wake up and you got to check out. But here, by even having this right here, Discover, you get to check out at 2 p.m., which is absolutely awesome. But here's the other kicker as well too. So you get free breakfast. And free breakfast, not just for yourself, but you get free breakfast for 2 adults and 2 kids. So we had breakfast at their restaurant, which is a very expensive restaurant. I think it was called Pongo Lagos. But they make fresh omelets for you. They have fresh fruit. They just have the whole 9 yards. And we just got to eat for free, absolutely for free, 100% for free, not a dime out of pocket. And so they give you this card when you check in and they tell you how much the actual the value of the restaurant is if you were to pay cash. And it's $120 per head. So just in itself, we'll just say 120 times 4, right? Because there's 4 of us. That's $480 just on food that I was supposed to spend, but I spent absolutely nothing. Spent nothing on the hotel, spent nothing on the food, spent nothing on the valet parking, which was mandatory. All I had to do was just tip the cleaning lady, tip the valet people, tip the restaurant people. Oh, and I had to buy an espresso because they didn't have espresso at the eatery. So my bill that I got when I checked out was $5 because that's what the espresso was. And so like that's kind of how I viewed this Amazon business, is travel hacking and using these credit cards in order just to pump out these points. And so with the Chase Unlimited series, they have sign-up bonuses that are currently advertised on their website for 90,000 points. If you call in, like you don't like, and this is what Rad talks about, business relationship manager. You don't have to go to the store. You just have to call in and say, hey, I want to talk to a business relationship manager. And as long as you have your documents in order when it comes to your business, or even if you want to go the soap op route, you could do that as well too. They're going to give you an extra 30,000 points as long as you spend 6,000 in 3 months. 120,000 points. So if this is not hitting home for you, I'm going to just show you what we did at the end of November. So I booked the hotel here, and this place is 20 points a night. And this is in Hawaii on Oahu in Waikiki. And so this place is right across the street from the beach. And it's a beautiful hotel, has everything that you could absolutely need. And so I got upgraded to a suite. And the suite had 2 rooms, had a Murphy bed on one room and it had a full king size bed in the other room. So we stuck the kids in one room and wifey and I had the other room, 2 separate balconies, 2 separate restrooms. We had club lounge access as well too. So we were literally eating for free the whole day, theoretically, right? So like breakfast was already included and they put out snacks for lunch and then they give you like a dinner kind of like spread. And it's not like a light spread. They give you like pasta, they give you some type of like other carbs and other meats as well too. So they have a really cool spread. So theoretically we could have ate for free and not like technically paid a dime by being in this hotel. And I think the bill leaving here was $0. And so we were here for 5 nights because as you can see here, a regular standard room is 20,000 points. So to kind of bring it back home, if you literally just get this card right here, call in, and you hit your sign-up bonus of 120,000 points, spend 6K in 3 months, You could stay here. You could go to Hawaii, take your family, take yourself, whoever, stay across the street from Waikiki Beach for free. And if you have a little status, then you might be able to get valet for free. And
That's
so
huge.
yeah, that's how I saw the power of Amazon and using these credit cards. So I ran this one up, just hit this bonus. I hit this bonus as well too, doing the Amazon business. So it's earn 60,000 points. I get 30,000 if I spend 5 grand. And if I hit 15 grand, then I get another 30,000. So I got 60,000 out of here, but they also give you like points for the spend. So if I spend 15 grand and I got an extra, essentially 15,000 points theoretically. And so what's cool about this card, I absolutely love this card because I love this hotel chain. So this card right here, they give you one free night every single year, category 1 to 4. And every single time that you spend 5 grand, they give you an extra 2 qualifying nights. So they give you 5 qualifying nights in order, or just by having the card, and they give you another 2,000 qualifying nights every single time that you spend 5 grand. So I guess let me help you understand this, just because those are just numbers. If we go over here to the loyalty program, right? Tiers. So you could create a free account right now. You don't need to have a credit card in order to be a member at Hyatt. So you could join for free right here. And then so when you hit 10 nights, you'll become a discoverist. And so if you have this card right here, sorry, if you have this card right here, you get 5 nights for signing up. And let's just say if you spent 15 grand in your Amazon business, I was able to accumulate was that six? Six. So I was able to accumulate 11 nights and not stay at any Hyatt by just putting spend on this card. And so theoretically, I would be discoverist. So you can literally spend your way to status.
Is that card a personal card or a business card?
This is a personal card.
Okay.
This is a personal card. This is their business card. This is what I'm going to target in about, I would say about 5 months. Because it's kind of the same thing. Earn 60,000 points, 5,000 in spend, and for the first 3 months. But what's cool about, so the annual fee is high, but I don't really care because the value that I'm getting from it is amazing. But here's what's cool about the business World of Hyatt card is you get statement credit, but right here, earn 5 qualifying nights every single time that you spend 10 grand.
In a
So
calendar year. Wow.
What?
yep. So if you're not, say, a Hyatt member or globalist, which I encourage everyone to just go after, 60 nights will get you globalist. And so theoretically, you would have to spend, what's the math on that, guys? 5 nights times 10,
You have to spend 12. Well, 12 times 5
120,000?
is 60. 12
Was that
times 5 is 60.
120,000? I think it's been 120,000 to get 60 qualifying nights.
Which we do anyway.
That's very easy to do with Amazon.
Yeah. So you could go the long route and you could just do that and not stay at any Hyatts, and not stay at any Hyatts whatsoever. Or you could just kind of stay at Hyatts, because when you use points to book rooms, they will give you a qualifying night. If I book 5 nights, then they'll give me 5 nights, even if I paid with points. And so that's what's cool about Hyatt. Free food, like I said, free parking. You get to just go to these amazing hotels that are, to be honest, that are absolutely expensive. Like I stayed right here.
Maui? Is that
Yeah.
Maui?
I was in Walea when I first started the travel hacking. I was right here. There's a condo right here. Is it right here? No, it's right here. So I stayed here for 8 days. And I wish I had the Hyatt card because I could have got more points. But I stayed here for 8 days just to try and hit because the promotion I had was 20 nights and 90 days to hit Globalist. I just stayed there for 8 days, plus a couple of cheap Vegas trips. and I was able to get Globalist. But again, if you just want to just do it organically, take this card right here, go run it up, and then hit your nights for Discoverers, for Explorers, for Globalists. And that's pretty much where it stops.
AR, do you
Do
have the
your
name?
nights expire?
Never. They do reset at the end of every single year.
Mm.
So
Okay.
this has to be within 1 calendar year. So if you go get this
Damn.
card, I would maybe want to hold off on spend until the beginning of next year or towards the end of this year, so that whatever bonuses that you hit or qualifying nights that you get. So say if you signed up for this today, right? I'm thinking they're going to give you 5 qualifying nights towards status each year. So they might give you 5 qualifying nights for 2023. But you could also argue that as well too, right? You could call them up and say, hey, listen, it's 2 weeks until the end of the year. Can I use these qualifying nights for next year? They're very lenient, very good customer service. I had one bad experience, but like who cares, right? Really, really good customer service. Absolutely love them. When you actually stay at these hotels, I had bad customer service on the phone, but when you actually stay at the hotels, they treat you like royalty, because the people who stay at these Hyatts, I'll just put it this way, they're a different caliber, because these people are typically paying the going rate, and the going rate, let me see if I can take off points. The going rate is pretty expensive when it comes to these Hyatt hotels. And go over here to
Was
AR,
it
so you have to qualify. You have to qualify status every year, right?
qualify status every single year. Once you hit globalist in that year, you'll have globalist for that, the remainder of that year, and then all of the following year. So I hit globalist this year, so I have globalist till February of 2025. So I have
And do you,
globalist all of next year. And so I'm going to obviously try and hit globalist next year. So if I do hit globalist next year, then I'll be globalist till February of 2026.
do you know if any of the Hyatt statuses match to any airlines or no?
American Airlines, yes.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah. So going back to funding. So this is the card I got. I'm going to hit this bonus. I'm going to hold off on this for next year, because what really helped me scale the Amazon business is the 0% interest for 12 months. That's asinine, right? Like, I don't have to pay any interest whatsoever on whatever I spend. And that's huge, because I know for sure, come time for the end of your statement date for your credit card, for your personal credit card, that interest is at the back of your mind. And credit card interest is absolutely ridiculous. Chase is offering a minimum of what, 21%, 21.49%. My cards right now, and I have really good credit, my cards right now are sitting at 25, 26, 27%. I think the lowest I have with Chase is about 24%. So this is just advertising. You're probably going to be up here towards the 25% plus. And so if you're carrying a balance off of 25%, even 20%, we'll call it 20%, right? If you're carrying a balance on 20%, that's going to eat you up alive. Spend 20 grand, 20%.
4,000?
That's about 350 a month in interest alone. That's ridiculous, right? And so then you would have to add that to your expense category for your business, where, say, if you were to get this card, not this card, sorry guys, if you were to get any of these cards right here, you're saving that money, and you could push it back into either inventory, or you could push it into your your profit margin, or you could just, it's just one less expense for your business, and it's to increase your ROI. So my plan is, I already got this. My plan is in 6 months is to go after the World of Hyatt business credit card, hit the sign up bonus, and because I want to do it in 6 months increments. So I'm gonna go here, then here, and then after the first year, I'm gonna open up this card, and even if it's 75K or 90K, it doesn't really matter. I'm going after the 0%, and I'm gonna close this one down, and then run this card up, and then once a year passes, I'm gonna reapply for this one again. So I'm just gonna continue to roll essentially the debt on 0% credit cards until they tell me to stop. Because
Nice. Smart.
if it's out there, I'm just gonna do it. Because it just makes more sense, right? If you pay 0% off of whatever you spend, then that just means more profit or more capital for you to invest in your business. There's
Don't
no need
forget
to
to
pay
do.
the banks unless you have to, unless you
Plus
want.
less stress too, bro. Less stress, right?
Yep. And I'm thinking they're not going to care because as long as I'm spending money on the credit card, they're going to get the interchange fees. And if I'm spending 100K, 200K, 500K a year, that's a lot of money in interchange fees that they're making off of me. So they're just going to give me what I want. As
So
long as I
you
pay back the
those,
debt. Right?
I wanted to ask you, did you get those cards with relationship managers or on your own?
I got this one a relationship manager. And then I'll most likely get this one relationship manager. I'll probably get every business card with a relationship manager. And again, this is something as simple as just calling up the relationship manager at your local Chase Bank or even a distant bank. It doesn't really matter. So they are a loan officer. So I'm a loan officer for a mortgage company. So what we do as loan officers is we just intake your information and then we just submit it.
Yeah.
We can't tell you what to write on there. We could give you hints or share what other people have done, but we can't tell you to write your personal income on there or put this as your personal income, put this as your business income because that's fraud, right? So loan officers can't do that. So what they're good for is just intaking information. You just have to go to them with the right information and then they just submit it. And by submitting it through their hand, they get an extra incentive and you get an extra incentive.
But do you need a relationship with Chase or you just did it like out of the bat?
I created a relationship with Chase. So I opened up an LLC. I opened up a business checking account with them. I seasoned it, or I held it for 6 months. I put 10 grand plus into it because I knew I was gonna, with Herb's presentations, I get a higher bank rating, but I really wanted a high limit, so I was able to get a really
Okay.
high limit by doing it that way.
So you put 10,000 for 3 months in there before you apply.
Yes, correct, for 6 months.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I let it sit there. Let us sit there, I hit the bonus, the sign up bonus for the checking account. And also I use that account to get bonuses from Capital One as well too. So there's a $750 bonus for opening up a Capital One account, and there's no annual fees, no monthly fees. And so I was able to get that bonus for myself, for my wife, for my mom, for my little brother, and for my boy. So we just ran up with that business account. We ran up the bag and we milked Capital One for a good amount. I think what did I say, 5 people? We just
Is
shook
that
them for $3,700.
is that through putting them in your operating agreement?
No. This is just me paying them directly. So doing a direct deposit
Oh, I
to
see.
the bank
Okay,
account. Yeah,
gotcha.
because we just opened up a personal.
Because it's
account
considered like a direct deposit.
Yeah, I sent them over
Gotcha.
direct deposit. Yeah. So can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I plan on going this after year one, closing this down, but relocating the credit limit to this card so I can just run up this and then just pretty much piggybacking off of both of these and then using this as the filler, kind of in the middle, right? In between when those months need to be seasoned for this one to be, say, a full 12 months or 14 months or 16 months, whatever it is. From the account being closed, so I could hit the sign up bonus again. So I hear a lot of people talking about American Express, and American Express is awesome, right? They're a good company, but what I don't like about them is their charge cards. You got to pay it back every single month, and yeah, you could stretch it out over the 12-month, 18-month period that they give you, but you're still paying interest on it. And so with Chase, 0%, you can't beat zero. So that's why I love Chase and I stick to Chase. So I get the 0% and they travel to Hyatt. And that's really what I need the points for is for these hotels because the hotels are expensive, especially when you're traveling with a big family or if you want to stay in a nice location or a nice resort for me, it's like safety is super important for the wife, for my daughter. She's a teenage daughter now, so I want to make sure that she's, you know, she's safe and sound. If I decide to take an extra long nap when on vacation, I don't want to watch any kids. You know, like I just need to make sure that she's safe. And so she's safe in these areas, these Hyatt areas, because they're just top notch. They're pristine. And let me just throw this out there again. It's fucking free. Like just like I just love free. Like every single time I hear free, it gets me so interested. I'm like, wait a minute, I could stay here for free. Wait a minute, I could get breakfast for free. Wait a minute, I could get valet for free. Like it's just, you can't be free. So I like American Express, but I just don't know what to do with the American Express points. So we, between my wife and I, we have over 200,000 American Express points, and we have no idea what to do with them because the points value for a Marriott or for a Hilton are absolutely trash. Like for say a hotel over here in Maui, this would cost 25,000 points to stay right here, but for Marriott it costs 60,000 points. And so it just doesn't make any sense because Chase also does transfer to Marriott. And so why would I burn 60,000 points at a Marriott unless I like I think it was the JW Marriott, that's high, like high pristine, and also the Four Seasons that might be Hilton. But unless I wanted to stay at one of those places, then I'd probably consider spending the points, but it's just really expensive. It'd probably be closer to 100,000 points in order for me to stay there one night. But I could stay here at the Andaz. This is Andaz? No, this is the Andaz. I could stay here at the Andaz for 35,000 points a night. So theoretically, I could stay here for 4 nights for free, and with Chase credit cards, but not American Express because they don't transfer to Hyatt. But I could stay at this badass hotel by just hitting the sign-up bonus.
Damn.
Yo, Art.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I would transfer your points to like the airlines instead. Like if you're gonna go that route, like you said, you got 200,000 MS points. I would like first. Do you have the business platinum for the MX?
No, we just have the personal platinum.
Okay, so on the business platinum, because I do this a lot with them. I'll book a flight, I'll transfer over those points, and then they're going to give me 35% back those points. And you can keep running up the play that way with it. Because you're going to get those points back, whatever. Like, especially if you're already racking up a lot of points. Anyway, with them, I wouldn't put them towards like you said, the hotels. Now you're not getting a one for one ratio, or their points are like kind of diluted, like Marriott. Because I'm a big Marriott and Hilton. Well, Marriott, I have Hilton as well, but I would definitely transfer those points that way, like a 1-to-1. And some of these other airlines, they give you a little bit more credit. Like you may get 1.5 with Delta. Like sometimes Delta airline, I'm thinking like one of those Turkish ones. Like if you're doing like a lot of international travel, some of those different airlines, they give you a little bit more, like a 1.5, 1.7, taken away from American Express points because they value American Express points like that. So that's one way to looking at.
For sure. Thank you. And so the thing with flights as well too. So we were going to do that as well too, and we're going to, because we wanted to go to Southeast Asia, and so we're going to save those points for first class tickets to wherever we want to go. But for the hack for flights, what we do is we use Southwest. Southwest virtually flies anywhere in the United States and most South American countries, South American countries and locations. So what's great about Southwest is they have the buddy pass. So after you do a certain amount of spend on this, you could bring a companion for free anywhere that you go. So whenever my wife and I travel, I'm her companion. So we go to San Francisco a lot because she has business up there, and also that's where she's from as well too. We got family up there. So whenever she flies up there, I go with her for free. So it's literally a 2-for-1. And so our kid is still under 2 years old, so he's a lap kid. So we've been just running that up as well too. It's literally a 3-for-1. He goes, I go, off of my wife's ticket. So we've been using Southwest for flights, and also we have a connect at United Airlines. So we get free flights internationally as well too. And so I'm just like, that's why our points at American Express are parked. And that's why I don't want to go after, because you can even see right here, I put even the American Express Business Platinum sign up bonus of 150 right now that's advertised online. But if you call in, you could actually get an extra 50,000 points. So the reason why I haven't did that is because I just don't know what to do. I'm going to get another 200,000 points, but I don't know what to do with it. So I'm just waiting on an opportunity to know what to do with it. And then I'll go run up the American Express place. But right now, just Chase is so good. Like you can't beat the 0% interest. You can't beat these hotels. Like it's not talked about enough. And it's because I think people are just not doing it. But since I've been doing it for, I would say 6 months plus, I've been able to go to some really cool places. And I just want you all to experience it, because it's been absolutely life-changing for me. I sit there sometimes and I just sip my coffee. And I just look out and I'm like, and I start dreaming as to what the possibilities are. And the possibilities of the future, like it doesn't require any spend out of my pocket. So that's like it just makes me happy. Nothing comes out of my pocket, and I could just do this all year with Amazon.
Because you're spending the money anyway by
Mhm.
inventory. Might as well like get the points and travel.
Because I have the unlimited, and it gets you 1.5% cash back, or 1.5 points every single time you spend. So if I spend 20 grand every single month, I'm getting 30,000 points every single month. And so we've been doing this. We have all of our personal spend on Chase cards as well too. So we have the one of the preferred cards. So just whenever we're going out to eat, we use that. So we get another 3x points. And also we're using the bill card as well too. Every single month that we're paying rent, we're getting money off of that, or points off of that. And so for me personally, I just focus everything that's pushing back to Hyatt, so I could just continue to stay at these places. And no matter where my daughter wants to go, my son wants to go when he gets older, and my wife wants to go and kind of get away, I don't have to stress about seeing if this is going to work financially, because this is we'll call it whatever, $350 a night. Like if I want to stay here 5 nights, look at this. Stupid. Absolutely stupid.
1,000 a night.
If I want to stay here, I have to spend $1,000. So if they want to go on vacation, they want to go away for 5 days, I got to spend 5 grand plus just on the hotel, not including the car rental, not including the flights. But with points, I don't know if this one accepts points right now or for these dates, but with points, it would be, say, 35,000 points every single night, as opposed to $1,000.
And then Gina's asking in the chat, how do you get status?
So first you just got to sign up. Joining is absolutely free to join, no minimum on nights, points. So you just join, and then every single time that you stay a night, then you get these qualifying nights for a calendar year from January 1st to December 31st. And then as you rack up 10, you become Discoverist. As you rack up 30, you become Explorers. As you rack up 60, you become Globalists. But like we talked about earlier, there's some cheat codes, right? You can literally get this card right here, and this awards you Explorers status automatically when you apply, or when you get accepted. It says right here in the fine print. Go to apply now online. Scroll right here. Discoverist. You get Explorers, or sorry, Discoverist by just obtaining that card, so you're already right here. And then every night that you stay or spend, then it'll add on top of this 10 to your 60. Again, you could just get this card straight up right here, spend $120,000 in 1 calendar year, and then you'll automatically get the status right here, Globalist.
Yeah, 120K seems a lot, right? But really, it's like 10K a month. It's bad, so.
Hey, so for clarity, when you're saying that, are they talking about at the hotel, or are they saying on the card in general?
Say it one more time. Sorry.
So when they say, I can't see it because I'm driving. So like you said something about, let's say the figure 120,000, something like that. I know Amex. do that with the Marriott and Hilton, Brilliant, Aspire. But they say like, hey, you need to spend like to be an ambassador, you got to spend 23,000 a year or whatever. So are they saying but 23,000 at a Marriott a year? Is Hyatt saying 120,000 at a Hyatt or on the card? Because like, you know how you guys said we can easily do that if we're just like running our business on the card. But are they saying in a Hyatt we have to spend that amount?
No, on this card. This card
Just on the card in general.
or this card, yes.
Okay.
Spend 120,000. And so the reason being is because after your, what is it? Let me see. So every single time that you spend 10,000, you get 5 tier qualifying night credits.
Is there a maximum to that?
What was that?
Is there a cap? Is there a maximum? I see there's an asterisk, so I don't know if the fine print has any max or anything. Don't worry, I can look it up. It's fine. I don't want to hold you.
No worries. Don't know if there's a cap. Spend. Yeah, don't know if there's a cap. I highly doubt it though. Like they want you to spend. They want you to spend, and they're giving out these points because I think what's happening is most people are turning these points into cash back. So if you get 60,000 points, that's theoretically, what is that? $600. So most people need the cash. I need the vacation. I need the ocean. I need my kids to experience things that I've never experienced before. I need my wife to smile when she wakes up in the morning at a badass hotel that I didn't pay $1,000 for. That's what I need.
I love that.
$600.
We have a few chase cards, so I can't wait, man, to get to that point.
Yeah. It's
I use the Chase Unlimited card. I like it.
Yeah, it's game changer, guys. Absolutely game changer. I'll probably be on this this hype for the next couple of years until something else intrigues my my interest, but it's just easy money at this point. And Amazon obviously is the number one platform to sell anything on, so you don't have to do anything to sell. They do the selling. All you have to do is do the supplying, right? You got to be the workhorse. Send stuff in or send stuff to the customer. Spend responsibly, use these credit cards, 0% interest, obviously pay your debt back. But here's the thing with Amazon too, which I've noticed, is they take forever to pay out, right? So this helps a lot. 0% interest. Like, and eventually one day, as long as I'm not taking any profits out of the business, eventually one day, the income is going to exceed what I owe on these credit cards. So like it's like the 0% interest just helps with that because it's for 12 months, not for 3 months, not for 6 months. I don't ever have to stress about paying my debt back at the end of the month, which is what I used to do with the personal card. It's like, okay, cool. I have to spend less this month so that I can make sure that I pay back this debt so I don't incur any interest whatsoever on what I just spent.
Yeah, Ronald's asking to have you hit a funding limit yet?
No, but I just started. So this is technically my my second business credit card, but one that I started a long time ago. I would say about 7 years ago. So this is my first credit card on the sequence of business funding. And I'm just gonna stay in this wheelhouse right here. So it just makes sense. Personally, I don't need any of the other perks that the other cards offer right now.
And then just
My goal is just to travel more using credit card points. That's it. And I should
Sorry, can I
probably
tell you?
here, and make a profit. Like that's important, right? But that's just my goal. And so the way actually that I've been tracking how to make a profit, I just learned this last week. So this is how I see the production of this business model: finding products, prep, Who's doing the prep? Are you doing the prep, or is the prep center doing the prep? And then who's doing the fulfillment? Are you doing the fulfillment, or is Amazon doing the fulfillment? So I've come from a sales background. I used to do gym sales when I was 17, 18, and ended up doing that for probably about, I don't know, say close to 10 years, and I ended up opening up my own gym. So I had to understand the sales process aggressively because my business relied on it. So I studied business and sales for a very long time. And so what you're going to notice in sales is that there's always prospecting. You have to prospect. If you're not prospecting, you're dead. And so that's how I see this Amazon business. If you're not finding products, your business is drying up because prospecting is the blood or the cash, the cash of your business, right? Qualifying and presenting, that's going to be the prep. Closing is going to be the fulfillment. So that's kind of how I see it. Every sales process, doesn't matter if you work at a gym or if you sell cell phone cases at the mall or timeshares even. You always got to prospect, you always got to qualify and present, and you always got to close, right? So that's what this business model is to me, is finding products, prepping, and fulfilling. It's just kind of that simple. I don't know if you would agree, Louis.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. And then not reinventing the wheel. This is what Louis taught me. These are the softwares that I use in order to be successful. Keepa is a sales history and competition analysis. Seller Amp is going to be ROI calculator and competition analysis. Seller Board is going to be monthly profit tracker. I just learned this last week. I didn't know how much I was making until I actually got Seller Board and an inventory analysis. And so I use QuickBooks as well too to track all of my accounting, so I know exactly how much I'm expending on say shipping costs and expenses. So what I do with this information is I take this information and then I input it into Seller Board, and it'll give me a more accurate monthly profit tracker minus the cost of goods that I'm purchasing. So I don't account for the cost of goods because that money is pent up in inventory. I just track what was sold for any individual month, and then I subtract it by the expenses like the tape, the boxes, the envelopes that I bought to ship FBM.
Do you connect your QuickBooks to your Seller Board?
I know you can, so no.
Yeah, you can, and you can also put in like those same monthly expenses in Seller Board, and then you can say like if it's a monthly thing, like a reoccurring one, so you don't have to enter it every month, and then you can
Ooh.
just put in random one-off expenses you have also.
Oh, nice. Thank you
Nice.
for telling me that.
And it automatically updates in the dashboard. So when you put the more button down, it shows it.
AI.
A lot.
Yeah, I like Seller Board. I don't know about inventory like that. And they just announced that you could ship from them as well.
You can ship from Seller Board now?
Yeah, I got an email.
Wow.
Saying that they offered that.
Love it.
Most def. And those leads lists I told you guys about, I'm subscribed to several of them, so I just get leads. And that's really helping me with prospecting and finding product, right? This is not even just that lead that you get to also storefront stock, right? You know, you get to go into other people who are successfully selling on Amazon for, say, longer than at least me. So I just get to see what they're selling and try to reverse source from there. This is what I shared last week as well too, is my purchase spreadsheet. Now this has been absolutely key. I treat this as my CRM. I'm not too sure if anyone knows what a CRM is, but in sales we call it a customer relationship management, or it stands for customer relationship management. And it's just a fancy way of saying it's a software where you could track all of your prospects. So it would look something like this, right? You get to see all of your well, anyways, you get to see all of your prospects, right? So say if I was calling Louis because I wanted to sell him on a vacuum, and he showed some interest, and he said, "Oh, not right now because money's tight. So I'll follow up with them in a month." So that's kind of like what my purchase spreadsheet is I'll purchase something, I'll put it on there. If it gets canceled, I'll label it accordingly, and so I could take it off of my spreadsheet or move it to a cancel spreadsheet. If I'm doing FBM, then I know which ones I'm doing FBM. If I know if that's a replenish, if I bought it again, I know I keep that in there. I also know where my leads are coming from, so which list did I get it from, or if did I source that myself. And then also I put put little notes, like a 20% off coupon that I use, so I could potentially use it again. So my purchase spreadsheet has been just absolutely helpful to understanding where I'm spending my money, and if the inventory is getting to the prep center, or if it got canceled somewhere along the way. And then obviously FBM tools, Brandy already shared this, boxes, tapes, labels, etc. That's what I've been using in order to just be more efficient, not let anything slip through the cracks.
Thanks, bro.
That's pretty much it.
Ronald has a question, bro. Go ahead,
Yeah,
man.
I just want to add two things. So I wanted to follow up on my thing with the Hyatt limits. I read through the fine print. It says there is no limit. And second thing for my question earlier, if you've hit your funding limit, it's kind of regarding to the 0%. I just wanted to know if your 0% cards have been maxed out yet on your purchases for inventory yet.
So I think the limit, if you're asking, if I'm understanding correctly, I think the limit for Chase is 150 for personal with no doc, right? So I'm definitely nowhere near that. I'm at 50. So I got approved for 50. And I'm nowhere near that. I'm probably sitting at maybe like 40%. So
Gotcha.
maybe
Yeah, that's what I was
29
asking. Okay, so you still have room to continue to buy inventory while you get the money back from Amazon. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, most definitely. Got room, and I just been going crazy because whatever you spend is whatever you get back. And it's starting to make sense. It's starting to click. So I'm getting a lot of replens. So it's making it a lot easier, where I'm not having to spend nearly as much time prospecting for stuff, because it's just on my spreadsheet. Okay, this sold out, and I was able to get on average of $3 per profit, and I sold 30 units, so that's $90, right? So theoretically, if I buy 100 of them, then this one item right here would produce $300 in profit every single month if I keep replenishing. So that's at the stage I'm at right now, seeing and tracking the inventory and what's selling and how profitable it is. And so that's why I'm spending a lot more now, is because it's just like, it's an easy click. All right, cool. This made me $60. This made me 120. This made me 340. Rebuy.
Yeah,
As
once
long
you
as
get
everybody-
data, right? It's
Yeah,
not wasting
it's
money.
data. It's just data, and your personal data, of course, is going to be better than anything else, because it's just right there. The proof is in the pudding. I spend $5 on this, and I sold it for 10. I made 5.
Awesome, bro.
Or-
And
or
John
accurate.
has a question too. So he said, I had a question. I got approved for as a sole proprietor in the Amex Business Blue Plus with my Social Security. Will that affect my Chase 524? I want that Hyatt bonus.
If it hit an inquiry, yes. If it's an open account, yes, because the credit card companies, they're going to pull your credit, they're going to run your credit, they're going to have your full credit profile in front of them, so they're going to be able to count how many accounts that you've opened within the past 24 months.
And then Sam has a question. Did you get an inquiry from me?
From which one? From the Chase?
Oh no, I was answering the guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, it's for John. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, I was answering his questions. What he was saying about that.
Oh, they were talking to Chama back.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but I do got a question for Art now that he said that though. What were some of the data points that you had? Well, had you already had a relationship with Chase for them to give you that large amount, or what was going on with them?
Yes, let me go and read off what I sent to a couple of people in the chat. So don't judge me, okay? Working in mortgage, I know how to stretch the truth for a little bit. So for data points on my chasing card, so they pulled Experian. My Experian score was 757. I had 3 inquiries on my report. I had 1 inquiry in the last 6 months. For the past 6 months, I seasoned that account with 10,000 plus with a Chase business bank account.
Per month or?
No, I just put 10K in it, 10K plus. I think I
Oh.
put like maybe like 12 or 13 or something.
Oh,
And I
nice.
just let it sit. I just let it sit for 6 months. You don't have to do it for 6 months. You could just do it for 3 months. You could do it for 1 month. They just want to see that they have money. I think the data point is 90 days that I got. You want to season something for 90 days. You're going to take a rolling 90 days and use that that average of 90 days to see what your funding is in that account. So I put 10K in it. I requested 50K as far as a credit card limit. For stated personal income, I put 144. For business projected business revenue, I put 480. And I'm in California. I'm in a very expensive zip code, so I don't know if that helps as well too as far as data points. But even if you put half of that, 25K, that's still, like I said, I haven't reached my limit on the Chase card. So like it's just what you're comfortable with putting and what and how fast you want to move per se.
And then John has a question. Go ahead, John. You can talk,
Hey,
bro.
what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a question. So I applied yesterday for the American Express Blue Business Card, but as a sole prop because I want to get some equipment. You know, I need some equipment, need like a mic or something. But I've been hold on, man. I've been had a relationship with them for a year. So they didn't pull my credit. I mean, they didn't pull my. So I wanted to know if it's going to affect my 524 because I want to get the Sapphire and the Hyatt bonus on the personal side, so I can transfer it to the business.
The Blue Business is a business card, right?
Yeah, it's a business card, but I use my Social Security for it.
The only way that you can know for sure is when did you get the card?
Yesterday, I got approved, but I'm in Amex jail right now, man. So that shit sucks.
It's
Yeah,
all good, man.
because it's what I'm gonna pay everything off. I put it in the membership, man. I put the data points on the membership so everybody can see it. I'm like, whatever, man. So, but yeah, I wanted to know if it's gonna affect my personal with Chase. Cause you the Chase King right now, man. Come on, man.
I love Chase, man. I'm a Chase, whatever, Joker shit. They feed me. Chase is the king. I'll be the pawn. But so I don't have the Blue Business Plus, so I can't speak from personal data points, but I do know this. Check your credit report after we'll say like 30 days from now. If the
Yeah.
card shows up on your credit report, then yes, it'll count against your 524. If not, then there's no way that they can see it.
Okay, yeah, because I got it from the membership told me that it's a ghost card.
Yeah,
It's a
as
ghost
long as it
card.
shows up in it doesn't show up in your credit report, you're good. And you could easily go look at your credit report by going to Experian.com,
Yeah.
setting up for a free account, and then just check it religiously so that you can know where your data points are because they're very accurate as far as real-time credit report.
You don't got that card, or Luis, or anybody in the group?
No, I got that card. Hey, let me ask you this, John. Had you already had a relationship with Amex?
Yeah, for a year. I got the gold and I got the blue, and now I got the
That's
business
why
blue.
that's why they didn't pull it. So they pulled your personal first. Once they pull your personal, you can get more cards with them because they're going to go by that same one you already had. That's why you didn't see another inquiry on that.
Yeah, I know that, but I just wanted to know, like, if it's gonna affect me. It's gonna affect my 524
No, because
on
that's a
Chase.
business card.
I bet. Man, I've been waiting for the answer all day, man. All day.
Yeah, business cards do not impact your personal. It's only certain, like they have to. It only has to be business cards that pull both your like they pull from your personal, like they're because they're trying to personal guarantee, I guess, something like that. There are like cards like that, like the Capital card, not the Capital One, but a Capital card, something like that.
Yeah.
They do stuff like that. But no, you good to go. You can go run up the plug on this many. I got like 8 Amex cards. Like you can get as many as you want, but the smart thing to do is start with personal first. Because if you start business first, then they're gonna pull you twice. And that's a mistake that I did.
All right, and I want to ask a question to Luis too. Hey, Luis.
Hi, bro.
Yeah, so with this Amazon thing, so I should just create the LLC separate with the EIN?
Depending on how you want to run it.
Well, I don't want to.
LLCs or the businesses.
Yeah, because I don't want to be a sole prop on that. So I only got this. I only did sole prop to buy like to see what I can get, man. See what
Mm.
what I can do to run the play because I'm gonna do content, so I'm trying to get on that wave real quick,
Yeah, we have an LLC right now, right?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I can get it. Nah, I don't got an
Oh.
LLC. That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
I'll
okay.
get the LLC real quick. I'm gonna get a couple. I gotta get a couple,
Mm.
so I'll get the one with you. We'll talk. We'll do business, and then I got another one that I need to find somebody who knows about logistics, and then I got the other one with I forgot his name, man, but the bald head dude with the real estate.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, so yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it is what it is, man. Like, so it's just I'm trying to get,
Yeah.
I didn't know about the MS hack, man. So I'm glad I came, man. Glad you gave me that link, bro.
Of course, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you
So
can
I'm
do
here,
soul
man.
too and then switch over to LLC. Like there's it really
All
just
right,
depends on you on how you want to do it. But
can do that too. All right, man. So I'll see, man. I'll see what I can do, man. I'll
awesome,
see
bro.
what's
Of
up. All right, thanks, man. Thank you for answering.
course, man.
Thanks for the answer, man. All right.
And then Fruze has a question for you, Art. What are the consequences when a credit card is closed?
Can you revise the question? What is the
What are the
consequences?
consequences when a credit card is closed?
Oh,
Meaning wait for the credit card. Mm-hmm.
okay. So if I'm understanding correctly, when you close one of your personal or business cards, what are the consequences? If you close a personal card, then you lose out on the age. You lose out on the credit. It just is wiped off of your credit profile. So you don't have that credit limit and you don't have that age with that credit card. The only reason I see myself closing down any credit cards that I've opened up in the past is because there's an annual fee and it's just eating me alive and I'm not doing anything with the card. So other than that, I'm personally not going to close down any cards, personal cards, just because I want to keep my age. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, and then Jay has a question too. Hey Art, did Chase ask for a NAICS code, which would work best for e-commerce?
Wholesale durable goods is what I personally used.
Which one?
Wholesale durable goods. So I don't remember exactly what the NAICS code is, but it was wholesale durable goods. Can you guys see my screen, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm a Chase spokesperson right now. So check this out, guys. If you want to go to Bali and you just want to go like just ball out, go get that Chase Ink card. Go get the 90,000 points or the 120,000 points, and you could go to Bali, Grand Hyatt too. You go to Bali, and you could stay here for 10 days, right? So right here is 12,000 points. You can stay here for 12 days. If you got 120,000 points from that one credit card that I talked about right here, which is the Chase Unlimited, you reach out to a business relationship manager, you got 120,000 sign up points. Whoops. Then you go over here, book this on Hyatt.com, 12,000 points a night. You can stay there for 10 days absolutely for free.
Wow.
If you want to stretch it out a little bit more, then I think there's other hotels like the Regency for 6,500 points. And 6,500 points, no, it says 12,000. It's probably the time that I'm looking at is probably a popular time. If you it's right around what should we call it? Valentine's Day. So if you find like I guess maybe a less desired date, 10,000 points. So you could, like I said, you could stay there for a good amount of time. 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks.
Oh. Bali, right? Damn.
Bali. These are nice too. It's not a rinky dink hotel.
Damn.
I would definitely take out my phone and take some videos over here.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's really nice, man.
Right? And
What's up, Ronald?
I just wanted to mention. I know Art said he plans to close his Chase business, one of them, once he opens up the other one. Just wanted to mention, you probably already know this, but don't forget to do your credit allocation before you close it out to move that limit over to your new card.
For sure.
Make that 0% even higher.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Really
know you're
appreciate
doing FBM too, so we don't want to hold you up too much.
it. No worries. I'm gonna go hang out with the kids now.
Yeah, thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
They're still there? Kind of froze a little bit. Hey, everyone, can we give Art like a clap, please? Virtual emoji. Thank you.
Thanks,
Like,
R.
something in the chat.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Appreciate
bro.
it.
You got me excited, man, because my wife has Chase cards right now. So if you know my history, right, I don't really have like a lot of good credit cards. So, but Chase is great because of Hyatt.
Hmm.
So man, we got to build that relationship with Chase and get those cards for sure.
Sorry, one more thing, guys. So they have guest of honor, and they're changing their terms and conditions for next year. So guest of honor pretty much means is, so I did this for my mom. So my mom went up to NorCal for Thanksgiving. I booked a Hyatt for her, and then she got all the privileges that I had: free breakfast, free parking,
Oh wow.
free upgrades, and that was awesome, right? Because you always got to take care of moms, and so with Hyatt, if you have the right status, you could give your privileges to somebody
Mm.
as if they were your privileges, or as if it was their privileges, and it'll stay for the duration that they're there. So if they're there for 3 days, 5 days, 7 days, say here in Bali, they would get the benefits. And starting next year, you will get the credit. This year, you couldn't get the credit for their stays as far as hitting the tiers, but next year you could get the credit. That's phenomenal.
Wow, it's a good perk too.
Mhm.
That could be a gift too, right? It could be a gift, right?
Yes. Be a
Nice.
gift, all expense paid, and they'll never know. And like you just get treated like a king. Like when I went up to a Hyatt in San Francisco, it's actually San Jose. One of them left a wine bottle in the room, and I don't even drink wine, but I was like, that's pretty bad. I gave it to my mom. I don't like it's pretty. You get wine. I got the room for free, and you gave me a bottle of wine. You just can't top it.
Yeah, that's good, man. Thanks, bro.
You're welcome.
Ready, guys? Are we for tonight? All right. All right.
Last question.
Again, Art.
Last
Go
question.
ahead.
Sorry.
Go
Art,
ahead, come on.
you mentioned the status hack by credit gems. Is it the same thing you said regarding a credit card and basically spending to get there, or is there a different hack that he had mentioned or shared?
His was different. So they actually come out with twice a year. So Hyatt, I got mine through the Built card. So they're gonna come out with a promotion, and that promotion is gonna read stay 20 nights, stay 10 nights in 90 days at a Hyatt, and then they'll give you the explorist status. So instead of saying 50 nights, you only have to stay 10 nights in that 90-day period. And if you want to go for the globalist, the free breakfast upgrades, etc., then you have to stay 20 nights in a 90-day period. So what I personally did was I booked 8 days in Hawaii because we were going to go there anyways. We typically do an Airbnb, but we did the Hyatt because it just made sense, right? I got 8 nights of credit that I wouldn't have got if I stayed at an Airbnb. So I got 8 nights there, and then the other 12 nights. I don't think Jerry's on this call, but Jerry hooked me up. So the other 12 nights, this is when they had their partnership with MGM. And so we pretty much ran up the night credits, the other 12 night credits at Excalibur, which were anywhere from $20 to $30 a night. And so because I signed up for the promotion, you were automatically awarded explorist status by staying for no nights. but it would end at the end of the promotion if you didn't accumulate your 10 or 20 nights. So we took that, my wife and I, we took that membership and then we showed it to MGM and they gave us gold status at MGM. And so we had no resort fees. So we were just paying like flat fees at Excalibur, 20, 30 bucks a night. And I shout out Jerry because Jerry was in Vegas one night and I booked a couple of nights at Excalibur and I wasn't able to make it. And I hit up Jerry and Jerry, he came through for me.
I think he,
And
I think we worked together too at that time, bro. I was with him, I think, at that time.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so he really shout out to Jerry because Jerry even helped me understand what this program was about, and I owe a lot to Jerry. But anyways, we hit 12 nights at Excalibur, and so we were able to get the globalist status for relatively cheap because that partnership was on. But you don't have to go that route. If you could sign up for the promotion when it does come because it comes twice a year. I think they have it right now for the founders card, but I'm not 100% sure. And you can just hit the 20 nights. I don't know if you could spend your 20 nights in that period. Maybe it's an easy phone call. Just call up Hyatt and say, hey, listen, I'm on a promotion for 90 days. If I spend this much on this card, will those nights count towards my 20 qualifying nights? And I'm pretty sure it's a yes. If you don't want to actually stay at a Hyatt, but you could even go to Mexico and stay at some I guess cheaper Hyatts, 40, 50, 60 bucks a night. Hyatt actually Mexico has some really good, beautiful Hyatts for relatively cheap. I think they're about under $100, and some of them are category, I would say, 3, 4, and 5 out of Mexico, and it's relatively cheap. So if you just wanted to do a quick getaway, you could go that route.
Nice.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, Art. Appreciate
You're
it, bro.
welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Alrighty, guys. Appreciate you guys for joining the call, and I'll see you guys next week, okay? Merry Christmas to your families too, by the way.
Merry Christmas.
All right, guys. Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Happy holidays.
See you guys soon.
Christmas, everybody.
Thanks, Art. Bye-bye.